Hello folks, Boating52 here. You know, after a long week and finally being able to get out and ride, I was excited not only to ride, but to motor vlog. And I was thinking, why do I like doing this? Why do I like strapping on a camera, uploading videos to YouTube? What is it about that? Is it cool to have a channel and have people watch? Is that why I did it? No, that's not why I did it. Even though I do think that's kind of cool. Or is it so I can share stuff like this? Wow, how beautiful is that? Or is it because nobody else will listen to me, so I figure you all have to, at least if you click, right? So why the motor vlog thing? So, you know what, I'm not quite sure why I like doing it. Or I wasn't sure why I did it, I should say. And, you know, I was really inspired to do this. I came across Sean Smokes, which I think most people on my channel are motorcycle enthusiasts. I think most people on my channel are motorcycle fans, whether they have one or don't. I would say in general, probably motorcycle folks. And I'm learning really quick that it started with Sean Smokes. So I'm sure that all of you that watch my channel probably have seen Sean Smokes videos. And Sean Smokes has been one of those guys that you just kind of enjoy his watching him. Just a regular guy, good guy, has his wife on it, talks about bikes, gives you helpful information, but he's really just sharing what he does. So I think he's the one that got me started on it. And I actually started using a GoPro, and I think I've mentioned this before, on a four-wheeler when I go away every year with some buddies and we ride the Hatfield and McCoy trails in West Virginia. And I started with doing that. So I kind of got used to it. I think if you look back, I probably even have a couple videos posted in the old archives of my videos. And so that's where it started. But I stopped doing it for like a year. And then I continued to watch Sean Smokes, and then I ran across a couple other moto vloggers, and really came on, and I know I mentioned him a few times, but it really wasn't inspired originally to do this with not only Sean, but then get back into it and start doing it on the motorcycle from HDR, HarleyDayRider. Kind of the same thing. You kind of watch him, learn about bikes, see some great places. You know, he has his wife on there, Mrs. HDR, and so that kind of got me inspired again. Really, those two to start doing this. But what I found is not only like doing it because I get to talk and no one listens, but all of a sudden you get starting to talking to people, and you even get some friendships, and that's not what I started doing this for. But you know, many of you know that I occasionally do get out with HDR and ride, and there's been plenty of other folks on my channel. PA Bearded Biker is one, and if you haven't checked out his channel, go do that. Good guy. And there's more, and I can't think of all of them right this second. That, you know, all of a sudden you start talking to, and, you know, we're all starting to plan a big ride. So potentially we have what, 5 or 6 people just in this side of PA that we're going to get together and ride in the springtime, right? Then there's people even outside of your immediate area. My favorite place. Started talking to NC Stoney, and boy, if you don't follow him, you're missing it. You should be. I'll leave the links to these folks in the description, so if you're not a subscriber or you just want to go look at those folks' sites. They're fantastic. So, and he even talked about getting some other folks from, maybe doing a big West Virginia trip and a bunch of us coming down and a meetup. That's kind of cool stuff, right? I know Adam Sandoval does that. I know he just tried to break the world record, so I was following that, and I was almost following all the people that were there that put a motor vlog down. So, all of a sudden you become friends with people, and fellow riders, right? And you not only do you learn about people, but you learn about motorcycles. There's some good instructional stuff on there. I would say there's a couple things I've done on my motorcycle that I have done personally because I watched somebody do it. So it's just so fun, and you get, you're commenting back with people and talking to people that watch your video and appreciate you sharing a part of your life with them, and you're learning more about them, and that's what I want to keep doing, because it's really, and maybe, motor vlogging is selfish when it gets down to it for me, because it's so fun that I get to, not only express myself, be able to come out with my wife, but mostly learn and talk to other people that love what, the privilege that we all have of riding motorcycles and having a motorcycle, whether it's a Honda or a Yamaha or whatever, or a Harley. We're all kind of in the family, right? And so I think that's what motor vlogging has really done for me, was introduced me to a bunch of people, introduced me to some really cool ideas, had me learn about other people that I would never have met or talked to or learned about. And I think it's also now Mrs. Bodine 52 likes going out, and she's kind of been starting to be a part of that every now and then. Though I told her, I'm like, look, okay, that's 3 straight videos with you. I need some alone time on the bike. All kidding aside, I love going out with her, and it's been great for us too. We've been married a long time and continuing to go do things like this is kind of cool. So, I do appreciate those that have kind of inspired me to do this. I would tell you, if you've been thinking about it, and maybe you have a channel and you have like 5 or 6 people on it, and you just kind of like, I don't know if I want to do that. You can get a Senna 10C like I have for $200 or $300, and I know it's not cheap, but go out and try it. Get an old GoPro, do something that's not real expensive, but get out and try it. I think you will ultimately have a lot of fun, as that guy tried to run me over. But it really is a lot of fun, and try it, and comment on people's videos. I try to do that too, and I want to keep doing more of that. I found that I like to watch these on the big screen in my family room, so I don't get a message as much. And I know a lot of times I'll just flip up my iPad and just maybe go to the same video just to comment and let people know that people are watching, and that it's appreciated what they're doing and they're sharing. So if you haven't tried it, do that. There we go, there's a fellow biker. If you ever have any questions on how it got started, you can ask me, and I'll probably refer you to some folks, but I can at least tell you what I did. I know that I got a friend that I chat with, a couple times a week maybe, and who's is what I consider is really good at motor vlogging, and he gave me some suggestions, and he was so nice about saying, hey, would you mind if I gave you some tips? And man, I love that. We're all trying to do this just for fun, and hopefully other people enjoy it, and we get to drive to places like this and share it. Launch only. I think I'm not going to do that. So anyway, if you thought about it before, I'd encourage you to do it. And really, thanks for listening in to me babble, and you guys make it worth me, hitting the record button on the Senna and kind of sharing what I'm doing. So thanks for watching in. Please enjoy the rest of your weekend. Ride strong, ride safe, and of course, be safe in whatever you do. This is Bodine 52 checking out from Marine State Park.